nice. I'm sufficiently like well versed in music.
Hello, 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 everybody. Hey, how's everybody doing on this wonderful Saturday? It's Greg the Gamer. Welcome to the stream today. So first of all, I just wanted to say, hey, thanks again, everybody who's taking the time to subscribe to the channel. We've just recently hit 1,000 subs, which is it's amazing. I don't even know what to say about that still, but hey, we continue to grow, and hey, I couldn't have done it without you all finding something of value of this content that I've been creating. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. I've enjoyed making it. So yeah, I thought today we would have a nice little leisurely game of Hearts of Iron 4, play some Germany, maybe share some laughs, some comments, some thoughts on the channel and how things are going, and just see what you guys have been up to. So I'd love to hear what you all what you all have been thinking about the channel, and if you had any suggestions for new content, throw it in the chat down below. But also, so there's going to be a chance to win some cool merch. So we've got some coffee mugs, some stickers, some other things. So if you guys are interested in getting some free merch, just drop a comment, 1,000, the number 1,000 in the chat. And there'll be a raffle at the end of the video, and we're going to give away some merch. So, yeah. Anyways, again, hey, thanks all for joining the Saturdays. So, with all that out of the way, let's why don't we play some Hearts of Iron 4? What do you guys think? All right. So, let me take that music down just a smidge. Is the music too loud? Let me know if it is. I've adjusted the settings a fair amount, but I feel like if there isn't any music at all, that it would be rather dull. Okay, and maybe that's more reasonable. It's kind of blurry in my headphones. Okay, so we've got German here. Let's go ahead and see what we want to do to get this sorted. So this is kind of my thoughts on the playthrough. So just kind of a traditional Germany run. I'm not going to do anything too mid-max or anything. I'm not going to take the Netherlands in 1936 or anything like that. So I got to play pretty historically accurate. But maybe we can rush some tank tech or something like that. Not really sure. Also, not going to be playing a naval Germany. So if that's what you guys want to see, maybe I can in the future. Let me know. But we're going to be using subs mainly for our fleet. So yeah, let's go ahead and first of all get our focus sorted here. So sometimes I like to rush naval rearmament first, but in this instance, let's go ahead and grab Rhineland so we can start to militarize. As for research, just kind of your basic, your electrical, mechanical engineering, your girder, and your wrenches. We need lots of wrenches. And as for our last, hello, welcome to the stream. Let's go ahead and grab basic armor protection. And let's use Daimler-Benz. Okay. All right, so with tech out of the way here, let's go ahead and kind of sort out our industry. I'm going to be a pretty greedy civ boy, as Rambler would say right now, for the next 3 years or so. So I'd like to build all of my civs in kind of the Rhineland area. As for our military tech, let's go ahead and get that kind of sorted out here. Do have a lot of medium bombers. I'm not going to really build them so much. Might leave one on there because we're going to be sending bombers to Spain. But what I am going to do is I'm going to start a line of towed anti-air. Yeah, I think that would be good. Let's just kind of move that around a little bit. And boy, let's just kind of disperse these a little bit. More on tanks. We're not going to need a ton of light tanks. We're going to move into medium tanks as quickly as we can. All right, so we do have our military here. So anyone who's played a Germany game, you know the basic setup. All right, so we've got 30 divisions here. I'm actually just going to go ahead and just garrison these guys just park them here. Like, I don't really care what they do at the moment. We're going to also get some infantry queued up here. Let's do line of 10, and we'll just set that to just keep pumping out infantry. We need as many troops as we can, and we'll just have these guys drop into this garrison order here. And currently, again, this is our basic 18 width combat unit that we're rocking initially here, so that's fine for now, but we're going to be making some changes before we go to war. As for our current naval buildup here, now I know these subs are nearing completion, but they're trash. They're not good. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to get rid of them. And we're going to finish up our destroyers and our battle cruisers, and that'll be fine. And I think... we don't want to build any submarines yet. I want to actually change that template a bit, so we'll just kind of throw the rest into convoys here. Okay. And as for rubber, let's go ahead and grab a little bit from Dutch East Indies. That'll be fine. Okay. And like that, we're more or less off. All right, so let's go ahead and also grab up our Air Force here, Luftwaffe, and send them to Berlin. And we're actually going to combine or merge those air wings, and then I want them to exercise. I want a little bit of air experience because the template that we currently have for our BF-109s, it's not great. So we need to change that a little bit. Okay. So let's also go ahead and group up our naval ships here, our Kriegsmarine. Raider can tackle that. That's fine. We'll set these guys to automatic split off. And then obviously we have to have Karl on our submarines here. So we need Karl Dönitz. So we'll go ahead and assign him as well. That's fine. Lovely jubbly. We are all set up here. All right. Cool. So, yeah. Well, thanks everybody who's joined the stream. Again, if... sorry, I was distracted. Something on the phone. Thanks for joining the stream. If you want an opportunity to win some merch... these awesome mugs and stickers and other things, just drop a comment 1000, the number 1000 into the comments to be entered to win a raffle. Raffle will be completed at the end of the stream, and I will announce the winners. All right. Let's go ahead and speed things up a little bit here. So, yeah, so we're going to be... Also, another thing that I always forget, let's go ahead and get an agency created as well. I think that's going to be super useful. Okay. I'd love to get maybe, I don't know, maybe a couple collaboration governments on the French. It certainly helps when it comes to garrisons. I always forget to do that, and then it's March or August or whatever, and I still don't have an agency. All right, we have remilitarized. Okay, so next, okay, so this is maybe a little controversial, but instead of grabbing for-year plan, I'm actually going to go ahead and grab naval rearmament first. It's only 35 days, and you get 3 naval dockyards out of it. I think it's a banger focus. Okay, so we do have the first, we have the agency created here. Let's go ahead and grab Foreign Department. I know it is 8 civies, but that's okay. I want to start decrypting the allies as soon as possible. Yeah, I always, yeah, Poto, I always forget the agency as well. Yeah. I usually forget it about until like 1938, and then you're like, ah, dang it. But it's certainly useful. Obviously needed to, well, you don't need it to capitulate the USSR, but who the heck wants to walk past the Urals? Am I going for a Navy build? I guess it depends on what your definition of a navy build is. If you're talking capital ships and cruisers, proper navy like that, probably not. No. Germany really has most of its bonuses and its strengths lay in submarine warfare. So I think I'm just gonna go straight submarine warfare and go from there. So. All right. So we do have an open research slot. What to grab? What to grab? There's a lot of good stuff here. I think I'll just grab the infantry equipment here, get some better guns initially. That's fine. Doesn't really matter. And one thing I did forget is we do have some political power here, so I wasn't paying attention to that. But I'm going to go ahead and grab Martin Bormann, the silent workhorse. It's just going to go ahead and allow us to kind of snowball that. And since we have another PP again, another 100 PP, I should say, let's go ahead and grab a Chief of the Army. Now, I could wait until I get Army Innovations here, and then get Braschlitz, but I actually don't think I need more speed for my troops. I usually prefer to grab Franz Holder here. I think he's a better pick, just gives you the extra division attack. So we're going to go ahead and grab him. And let's go ahead and, now that we have our tech research complete here, let's go ahead and grab radios for that reinforce rate. Okay. Well, I hit the pause button with the space and it auto-selected a operative, which kind of sucks. Well groomed. Okay, perfect. That's great. That's fine. That's fine. Mistakes were made here. So we need 5 upgrades to get that second spy slot upgraded. So we need to go ahead and grab those. We could also grab William Canardis to get that slot as well. All right, so naval armament is done. Rearmament, I should say. So let's go ahead and grab the 4-year plan. This is great because it starts to give you, well, it gives you this gentleman's name. Don't ask me how to pronounce the first name, but shocked. He's going to give us a boost to civilian construction, and then some bonuses for our industry. All right, let's go ahead and start decrypting the France and the UK. That will be fine. So, you know, early Germany here, it's a lot of building up, as you know. Let's go ahead and speed that up just a smidge. Wait until we get to the Spanish Civil War. Okay, so we've got civilian economy, intelligence here. So let's go ahead. I usually like to grab the radio interception group, both of those. Oh, Paulo, thank you very much. Hello, everybody. Okay, research slots open here. We're going to go ahead and grab Dispersed Industry 1. I can't imagine a scenario when it's never not worth getting Dispersed Industry. Let me know what you guys think, but I prefer Dispersed Industry. Even if you have a small economy, it doesn't really matter. I think the bonuses speak for themselves. Hello, King Ludwig II. It's getting all German up in here. All right, so we are starting to get a little XP, so that's great. Again, so this is to the people that have just joined the stream. We're we're going to, this is kind of my thoughts on the current build out of Germany. So it's going to be mostly a pretty historic run. So I'm not going to do any mid-maxi stuff. Not going to go take the Dutch right now in 36 to get the Dutch East Indies, even though that is an awesome way to get a leg up. We're also, the question's been asked, are we going to be doing a Navy? So, again, it kind of depends on what you define a Navy. If you're talking about surface vessels, probably not. I mean, Plan Z is great and everything. It's really not, no, actually. Most of Germany's bonuses are really tailored towards submarine warfare. And the amount of industry that you have to, divert to build out a German Navy that can even have an instance to stand up against the Royal Navy, it's really just not even worth it. So I usually just go complete submarine warfare, but you guys let me know what your thoughts are. Have you had a lot of success doing surface ships? It's never really worked for that well, for me, honestly. And frankly, if you play your cards right, you're going to be taking the UK quick enough in the war anyway that, I mean, you just need naval supremacy in a couple sea zones briefly, and your submarines can do that. So, I don't know. Okay, so we do have a little more PP here, so let's go ahead and grab another advisor here. I'm thinking, yeah, we'll just wait until the 4-year plan, and then we'll see what we have left. Okay, so 4-year plan is complete. So let's go ahead and grab autarky here. It's going to, again, continue to increase our construction speed for our factories. Always good. And let's go ahead and grab Shocked here, the captain of the industry, and just keep stacking those bonuses to build more cities. Yeah, live stream. Heck yeah. Again, to the new folks that just joined, if you'd like to be entered into a raffle to win some cool merch, mugs and stickers and such, just type in the number 1000 in the comments down below, and you'll be entered to win a raffle that'll be announced at the end of the stream. Kind of that initial building up in July of 36 until the Spanish Civil War kicks off. We will be sending volunteers down there to gain experience. So. And, I'm thinking about, I said we were going to be mostly historical, but I'm thinking about sending air volunteers to China as well to really kind of mid-max the amount of air XP that we can get. We can kind of really screw up the Japanese that way, but whatever, I don't really care. I would love to know what you guys, what's the best Germany run that you ever had? Did you do a complete world conquest as Germany? Was it somewhere in the middle? Did you ever do the cursed Berlin-Moscow Axis alliance? I'd love to know. Okay, so we do have some bonuses for our industry here now. So I know there's a more efficient way where you can stack everything so you can get bonuses quicker, but it's fine. I'm going to make a lot of mistakes. Never said I wouldn't. So we're going to go ahead and grab the improved machine tools. We're going to need that. Yeah, and a note again, also, I'm probably going to make a lot of mistakes, but that's okay. We're going to have a nice, leisurely, fun Hoi game here, and, it is what it is. All right, so Spain has now kicked off and started its civil war, so let's go ahead and send some volunteers down to Spain. So we can, it's always 2. I can never quite get that limit up initially, early game Germany. I'm going to send a couple Panzer divisions down there. Now, I know it's probably not the most optimal, but I want to get Rommel Panzer leader. So we're also going to go ahead and grab up our planes here, so as they are. And we'll send some tactical bombers and fighters to Spain. And we're going to set them to air superiority, close air support, and logistics strike. Oh, best. Oh, yeah. King Ludwig, best ever was your Emperor's conquest. Oh, cool. Imperial Germany. That's cool. Okay. All right, we got a little army experience here, so let's go ahead and grab. I'm thinking. I usually go professional officer corps. Now, there's a lot to be said for maybe motorization drive as well, since we're going to need to build out our Panzer templates. But we've got time to do that, so I think I want to just try to grab as much XP as we can initially. Okay, and we do have a little more PP, so let's also go ahead and grab... now, Kesslering is pretty awesome. I mean, gosh, hopefully he didn't do anything questionable in the war. I don't know. But this guy certainly did, but it's going to give us some air supremacy bonus here, so I think we'll go ahead and grab Goering. All right, so now that we do have our volunteers in Spain, let's go ahead and sign our general. We're going to grab Erwin Rommel. And we need a field marshal. Let's go ahead and get Kluge there. And let's set that to maximum motorization priority. Okay, and we're also going to set our reinforcement rate to high priority for these guys. And let's just go ahead and get them in position. I don't think we need to control BM over there. They'll be to the front here soon enough. And yeah, we are doing some damage to the enemy. Okay. All right, so yeah, we're continuing to build factories like mad, so that's good. Okay, so we have the better guns now. Let's see what we want to grab next. Let's actually, you know what? Let's just grab the better interwar artillery. Just get that out of the way. How long am I playing Hoi for? I don't know. Like probably like 3 or 4 hours today, probably. Just kind of see how it goes. Okay. Now, you know, Panzer's fighting in the mountains in Spain, not the most optimal. Plus, of course, we do have the unplanned initiatives, unplanned offensives, I should say, in Spain, which suck anyone that's ever fought the Spanish Civil War. It's just, just terrible. All right, so now that we're over in this zone, we're going to go ahead and move our Air Force and have them start doing something in this zone here, northwestern, or northeastern, I should say, Iberia. All right, and so now we do have some traits for our Mayos here, so let's go ahead and see what we want to grab. So this is basically our rating designer here, so we're going to go ahead and grab the high speed as well, and Mauser, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and queue these up. I'm going to grab the efficiency bonuses first, then defense, and then start to stack the soft attack. And you can hold shift and click, of course, if you don't already know that, to queue these guys up, so you can kind of just put it aside. I'm gonna do that on most of them, but not all of them. All right, so we're trading okay, but again, nobody can pierce our armor yet. It's 1936, but we're fighting in the mountains, so it's pretty cursed. Okay, so it is September of 36. Let's go ahead and grab the Hermann Goering Werke. That's going to give us a bunch of civvies and some trains. I think they added that recently, like maybe a year or two ago. I don't know. I don't always remember the train thing being there. Okay, Colombia, you say it's better to send air volunteers to Japan. Interesting. I don't disagree with you. The only reason I say that is Beijing has the airport here. Japan's airports are overstacked at the beginning of the war, and you can't really send any aircraft to them, I think, very efficiently. Now, you can send aircraft down here to, effectively Taiwan and start to bomb into China. Maybe you go about it differently, but I almost like to send planes to Beijing Air Base because you can completely stop the Japanese advance and grab a ton of XP. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and see if we've already taken Bilbo, so Bilbao, I should say. So let's go ahead and grab the airfield here. Will I be doing a multiplayer lobby later? Possibly. Possibly. I haven't played multiplayer in a long time. But if you guys would be interested, I'd be willing to try that out. Okay. So we do have an open slot here. Let's go ahead and just... I know it's probably not the best way to use our bonuses, but let's go ahead and grab Construction 2 for 117 days. I just want to pump out those civilian factories as best we can. United Kingdom is dominating. That's fine. We're actually just going to go ahead and turn that off. I don't care about that. It's never worth it, honestly, to dump political power into trying to wrestle that away from the UK. Honestly, it's just a total waste. And I'm never going to cancel the BFO bills until the war is complete, so I'm just going to go ahead and get that out of here as well. Mech. Yeah, mechanized is always pretty good. To tell you the truth, like I usually go armor and less mech, but maybe we can look into doing that in this run. And I'll tell you the reason why. I usually defeat the allies fairly early, so mech hasn't really come into its own. Like you don't really get the mechanized until 1940-ish. What you start out with is more than sufficient to take the allies. And by the time you go into the Soviet Union with infrastructure and supply lines being what they are, stuff that uses gas, diesel fuel, becomes just another headache. Currently working on the rat mod. Very cool. The channel has a subscriber that is currently developing a new mod for Hearts of Iron 4 that's rat-based. So I'm interested in how that's going to kind of shake out, and I thought it was pretty fun. So we do have a pretty lively discussion on that over on our Discord. So if you guys are interested, head over to Discord and join this conversation. Once the rat mod is complete, yeah, love to showcase it on the channel. Okay. Yeah, it's just fighting in Spain sucks. It doesn't it doesn't really matter. Cass is king. Cass is king. Abso-freaking-lutely. Right now, we don't really have a lot of Cass, but we will remedy that. We are going to hit the Soviet Union with a heck of a lot of Cass. Okay, we do have a bonus here to our excavation. It's 100% bonus. I don't know why you wouldn't take it, so let's go ahead and grab that. All right, so now that we do have the Hermann Göring Werke here, we have some extra civies, and it is November 36. I'm going to go ahead and grab Army Innovations and go straight into the treaty with USSR. Also, something that I should have done earlier, we're going to go ahead and go over to National Spain here, and we're going to see if we can send them an attaché. We need to improve our relations a little bit still. I would love to switch over to war economy as quickly as possible. Sea Lion? Yeah, heck yeah, we're going to do a Sea Lion. You got to take out the UK early on, because if not, this is an unsinkable aircraft carrier. And you're just going to be bombarded with constant AI invasions. And, you know, who has the time for that? It's terrible. And if we do it quickly enough, we might even be able to save Italy before they get dumpster stomped. So. I'd be curious, what countries do you guys usually play as? Obviously, Germany is kind of the focus, I think, really of Hearts of Iron 4 in a lot of ways. But I've had some pretty fun games as the U.S., France even. I've I've never really figured out how to play Japan proficiently. So, I mean, kind of. I let me just put it this way. I've got over 3,000 hours in the game, and I'm just now starting to figure out Davy stuff. Which, I mean, I don't think that's all that unusual, frankly. So maybe I'll give Japan another shot. But, I have made it to, India and taken most of the islands in the Southeast Pacific. But, let's go ahead and grab the Spurs too. Finland, Japan. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I've never played Japan that much, and part of it is their focus tree. Like, it is super tiny, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Like, a lot of the new focus trees, there's so much bloat to them that you have to get through. This is pretty proficient, but I would love for them to do a Japanese rework along with, of course, a German rework. So, Japan, it's too easy. Well, I'm going to have to take notes from you guys then. Yeah, we are just... Rommel is grinding stats pretty well here. Yes, the bug is still very much present where our Field Marshal disappears in Spain. Okay. All right, so we have the better artillery. Let's also go ahead and grab the 7cm here, Pack 36. It's going to give us some better guns for our tanks. Japan focuses better with the Road to 56. Yeah, I would probably agree with that. 56 does add a lot of neat features. I'd probably agree with that. I've had a lot of trouble with Road to 56 here recently crashing. I don't know if there's an update recently or something to that effect, but okay, we've got some traits here for our Mayos here. Go ahead and just grab the production initially here, and then we'll go ahead and grab the breakthrough. And it doesn't really matter, but we'll just kind of queue this up. Okay, actually, before we do that, we do have some experience to spend. Let's go ahead and grab... I think initially we're going to grab the Independent Spirit here, just to kind of stack that experience. And Centralized Control. It's just honestly the best. And we have some Army experience as well, so let's go ahead and grab Bold Attack. 50% chance of leveling up on attacks. What if we play Japan? Everyone co-ops Japan. Oh my god. Yeah, that sounds crazy. We'll have to do a multiplayer game at some point if the community. It does sound like some of you guys are pretty interested in that. As long as I don't have to play Japan. And we're continuing to recruit. We're starting to catch up on our stockpile shortage here. We're going to need about 5 infantry armies to get started. Boy, it is taking forever down here. All right, we do have some more XP, so we've got a few things here. Now, I could go ahead and grab an industrial concern, which is not a bad idea, but I think I'm actually going to go ahead and grab a Navy guy, and I gotta have to go with my friend here, Carl, so he's going to be able to really kind of improve our submarine warfare. And something I did totally forget, we need to keep building out our intelligence service here. Okay, we do have the Army innovations now, so let's go ahead and grab the Treaty with USSR. That's going to give us tank bonuses, or bonus tech to our tanks. And we'll just go ahead and grab the excavation too. That's fine. Send mountaineers to Spain. Yeah, it's not a bad idea, Colombia. I usually do that as Italy, actually. But the reason I've sent Panzers to Spain is I want to grind Erwin Rommel to get him Panzer expert. Does take a little while. All right, so let's go ahead and just import some chromium from Turkey. Okay. And we'll grab delay, might as well. We are going mobile warfare as Germany, which I think makes sense. We've already gotten veterans on our tank divisions here, or panzer divisions, so that's awesome. I'm actually going to send these boys down south here. And we're going to go ahead and move our Air Force as well. Yeah, it looks like our ships are building quickly. About ready to make that switch out to submarines. What do we want to grab? How much further? 27 days. That's not really good enough. I want to keep a slot open for the tank tech as soon as possible. But let's go ahead and... we got time on the trains. Yeah, we'll just grab mechanical computing. That's fine. Every time... Ludwig says, every time I don't help Nationalist Spain, the Republic of Spain is winning. Huh, that's interesting. It's very rare to see Republican Spain win in a historical game. I mean, we're certainly doing okay. And again, at the end of the day, it's just a grind experience in Spain here. I don't really care. Honestly, who wins, frankly. Like, if it was Republican Spain, that would actually be great because we could just roll right through there pretty easy. And it's February of 37, so the war will be kicking off in, like 3 or 4 more months in China. China! Okay. Yeah. I mean, again, Panzers fighting in the mountains, not the most ideal, but they can't pierce our armor, which is surprising because our armor is terrible on these. What are we currently rocking? Panzerkampfwagen 2 Ausfang A. Okay, well, very, very good. Very good. Just really crappy tanks. Really just trading tanks. Okay, so we do actually have a little XP for our Air Force here, so let's go ahead and grab dive bombing. I think between Spain and China, we can probably fill out most of our tree here for air doctrines, which is going to be very handy. Anarchist uprising in the Civil War, of course, of course. What do we want to grab? We do have a little here, and it's March of 37 already. I should have sent a attaché to Spain a long time ago. I would love to switch to war economy, but mistakes were made. Okay, we do have our Treaty of the USSR out of the way, so we're going to go ahead and go back to our industry tree here and grab the KDF wagon here, or Volkswagen. And the Soviets accepted the treaty. Fantastic, as they always do. Maybe it's because I don't have DLCs. Possibly. You might look into, I think, what's it, Paradox has the option where you, is a monthly membership now or subscription where you can get those DLCs. I think they're pretty cheap for like $3 or $4. Maybe I'm mistaken on that. Don't quote me. All right. All right. Okay, how are we trading? Fine. We do have plenty of XP here, and honestly, what we should have done also is update our air template. Our planes are terrible, so we're going to go ahead and make a couple changes here. So first and foremost, we're going to go ahead and grab a light defensive component here. That's going to give us a little more defense, and we have light machine guns. It's not the greatest, but I'll grab another light machine guns. Does increase our production cost a fair amount. I think it's probably worth it. I meant to make this change a bit long ago. All right. Let me just make sure we good here. Okay, cool. I mean, with that, those BF-109s with those simple changes will be more than sufficient to take out the Allies in the early part of the war. Okay, let's go ahead and get some more factories queued up here. We have our second slot. Let's grab this guy. I hate the fact that it auto-selected this spy here with well-groomed. It's fine. We're going to try to do what we can do in France here. Also grab invisible ink. And, yeah, we do have cryptology going. Okay, cool. All right, we're 45% to Panzer Leader on Rommel, so that's great. These guys are doing what they do. Okay, let's go ahead and grab our tech bonus here for our basic medium tanks. And they're, Daimler-Benz or MAN. Now, with Benz, you're going to get a production boost, but you're going to lose in armor and defense. And I typically go with MAN here, so I don't know if it's the most optimal, but that's usually what I prefer to do. And I have this other slot. We'll go ahead and grab the better armor, too. Same. I want to prioritize medium tanks as quickly as possible. Do a little exercising. Chinese United Front. Denmark offers a trade. Yes. Then we're going to get the Danish produce. I think. Yep, right there. Okay. Let's go ahead and grab raiding submarines. Let the giant sleep. All right, let's go ahead and we'll get a little Navy XP here. So let's go ahead. These guys are set to automatically split off. We'll just have them exercise. And let's make sure we have enough dockyards on here in case we need to do repairs. Heavy tank? Maybe. I typically just go medium tank. I think it's superior in almost every way. Production cost is a big component of that. Infrastructure needs, fuel needs, all of that. But yeah, there's something to be said for having some really cool heavy Tiger tanks. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and spend some Navy XP here. Let's go ahead and grab naval reform, and let's try to get some more XP. Just about ready to kick off in China. All right. We do have... I think I will actually go ahead and just upgrade the Spirit of Command here. So let's go ahead and grab Flexible Organization. You're going to give you that boost to speed, but also org loss for moving and negative 15%. This is huge. Alternatively, sometimes it makes sense to go ahead and grab maneuver warfare as Germany, but we'll go ahead and grab this. Okay, we have our extra cities done here. So we've got a choice to make here. We do have enough troops in the field here. We can go ahead and do Anschluss. So I'm thinking we go ahead and do that. That'll give us some more factories and allow us to continue down our tree here. Send air volunteers to Japan. Yes, I'm going to send air volunteers. But the thing is, is that so Japan has very few airfields over here, and they're overstacked at the beginning of the war, which means that your planes are going to be less than efficient at all to even engage in combat. Whereas the Chinese have this really cool airfield that's large in Beijing and has plenty of space, as they don't have an air force. And you can send an air force there and really grind your stats that way. And, I mean, you're going to basically grind the Japanese into a complete halt. And frankly, I don't know if I don't really care about helping the Japanese, honestly. They usually stab you in the back after Barbarossa anyway. But we'll see what the spirit feels like here. So let's go ahead and grab... let's grab improved engine. Yeah. I just want to try to get these medium tanks researched as quickly as possible. How's it going down here? Fine. It's just a grind. But that's good. We're at 49%. Ethiopia has capitulated. Excellent, excellent. Alright, let's go ahead and grab direct ground support here. And we're just going to keep building civilian factories. What if Japan takes Taijin? I don't know. I suppose that's fine. I don't know. We'll just kind of see what happens. I've never seen them on historical push that well, at least initially. It usually takes them like half the year before they can push down to this river here. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm not opposed to sending air volunteers to Japan by any means. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and grab our panzers here, and we're going to just cut across to Armeria here and grab that dockyard. Okay. Japan's done its thing. Why is my air efficiency so low? Matt, I don't know. I don't know. Is the airfield overstacked? So if I come over here to China, again, I think this is the superior move on it here, honestly. But we're going to go ahead and see if we can send some volunteers. And I'm not going to send actual troops. I don't really care that much, but I am going to send air volunteers here. Okay, so now to your point, they have pushed actually a little bit south here, so that's surprising. But we're going to go ahead and grab what we've got here. We're going to go ahead and grab some tactical bombers and an air wing of fighters. And we're going to send these boys to China. And going to have them take care of business. Okay, I'm not really sure why you guys are not engaging. Let's go and grab the supply hub here. I'm new in playing Communist China, and Japan's being a pain. I've taken over China, but can't get through the Manchuria. Boy, that's a good question. Interesting. So do you? I'd assume you have a decent sized air force now. If you've taken China, all of China, united China as communist China, and you probably have enough airfields. Maybe it's your doctrines. I don't know if you have you been putting air XP into your doctrines. I don't know. Okay, speaking of XP, let's go ahead and update our naval XP now. Go ahead and grab Convoy Warfare here. Increases the chance of somebody getting the Sea Wolf or Blockade Runner trait. And we're also going to do Night Fighting because it reduces our visibility. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, yeah. Do those doctrines as quickly as you can. Particularly against the AI, you're going to have a huge edge. Now, in a multiplayer game, anyone's guess. We're a little low on fuel. Let's go ahead and I'm just going to import a little bit from the US. Maybe a little bit more. Okay. Anschluss. All right, so we have voted. Austria has voted to join the Reich. So, welcome aboard. Just gonna go ahead and park these boys on the border here. I'm also gonna go ahead and grab their mountaineers, and I don't like the Austrian templates. I'm gonna update these templates to our own. Infanterie Division here, and same. We'll leave the Schnell Division templates as it is. So if we look here, we inherited a few templates. The Schnell Division, I mean, they're great for MP work. Better than our cavalry division with this extra equipment, so that'll be fine. And we're going to come into our occupied territories here, and we're going to switch from infantry to the Schnell Division. Okay, so I've got a few choices here. So it is August of 37. The world is our oyster. We could go ahead and grab this extra research slot, which is what I'm thinking. Alternatively, we could go ahead and grab Eastern Claims, but it's a little early for that. So I think we'll go ahead and just grab an extra research slot. We can certainly put it to good use. Denmark has canceled our trade agreement. Well, dastardly. Okay, so now we do have... How are we on our tanks? We're almost ready to put that into action. Let's just go ahead and throw... Oh, what am I doing? I meant to put that on fighters. This is fighters and CAS for the time being. And then we'll see about getting a little more rubber from the Dutch East Indies. Okay, so the question of Yugoslavia here. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah. Let's go ahead and let's put the squeeze on him here. We might be able to we could get a war goal out of Yugoslavia. That'd be cool. Yeah, between all these planes we have, I hate to import more oil from the U.S., but it is what it is. All right. We do have quite a bit of XP, or PP saved up here, so let's go ahead and do what I should have done a long time ago and get war economy. And that'll be fine for now. If you play your cards right, you're not distracted like me, you can get war economy before the end of 36, which is pretty great. And okay, so yeah, these guys are at 55 here, so that's enough to start our first collab government in France. Granted, I know we don't have a third operative, so we're not going to be able to automatically repeat, but we're going to see what we can do here. We're also going to go up here and for operations set that to high priority, so they get the equipment first. Let's go ahead and grab Elastic Defense for our tanks. Increased reinforce rate, organization. I mean, we're just grinding away here. We don't... 54% the Panzer leader. Not too bad. Favorite nation to play? Boy, that's a good question. Kind of depends on how I'm feeling for the day, but it's hard to beat just kind of a straight German Reich playthrough when you're new to Ahoy. They're probably one of the easier nations to play. On the Allied side, I don't know. I love playing as the U.S. because it's so overpowered. With its industrial capacity, you can just dominate anything. So the world's your oyster at that point. And then since No Step Back, give the USSR a shot. There's a lot of fun playthroughs in the Soviet Union. A lot of cool alternate history paths. I think it's really fun. I really don't like playing the UK. I'm not really a Navy guy so much. I mean, it's fine, but it's not really my thing. So I usually avoid the UK. Let's go ahead and we have a free slot. Let's go get the range improvements. And I think we've got a little bit more on our tanks here. Our tanks is done, but I want to get the better engines and the armor before we start production of our medium tanks. We can go ahead and grab production output. That's not a bad idea to get started. You boys have been eating up all of my fuel, frankly. Okay. Cool. All right. Nice little encirclement here. I haven't even checked. How's our air volunteers in China going? Just fine. As expected, we are dominating the Japanese in the skies. Although, to be fair to a previous comment from Colombia, the Japanese are doing surprisingly well this game. They've pushed a lot further down than they usually do. What do we want to grab next? Something with our industry. Let's get the fuel refining 2 going. And we'll grab signal companies, so want those for our tanks. And our engine is nearly complete. All right. You guys might see I am sufficiently kitted out today. Hey, Paradox, if any of your devs just happen to accidentally stumble in this stream, hey, sponsor me, please. Okay, we have our extra research slots. How do we want to use that? We're almost ready with our tanks. We're still ahead of time on our subs, but I think what I will do, actually, we have a little XP here. I'm going to go ahead and grab the magnetic detonator here, and I'm actually going to go ahead and spend 50 here and just get that finished up quickly. Because we're going to be updating our subs here pretty soon. And we don't really need too much naval XP anyway. All right, it's October 37. It's maybe a smidge early for Sudetenland, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to grab Reichs Autobahn here. That's going to give us maximum infrastructure in these states, and we're going to use those states to build our military factories. Also, let's go ahead and get an industrial concern here. Now, the obvious choice is to get Coop for that 15%, but IG Farben is pretty good too. I mean, if you're going to be focusing on oil, I'm planning on beating the Soviet Union before that becomes much of an issue. Siemens, not too bad. We'll go with Krupp here. All right, finally, Rommel. All right, get your boys lined up here. Go forth and conquer. Okay, we got the better engines. Perfect. What do we want to grab? Pretty far ahead on everything. Probably not going to do paratroopers or Marines. You know, there's a lot to be said for doing either one of those, particularly if you're going to be doing a sea line. Which you absolutely should do 100% every time. Let's grab the better basic fire control system for our ships, and I usually grab radio detonation here, detection, I should say, for radar. If not for the Navy, then simply for spotting chances for aircraft. Okay. Yeah, they still haven't taken the airfield over in China here. Even with our crappy planes, we're still dominating them. Yeah, we've lost one fighter. They've lost 16. So aren't really losses that Japan can take at the moment. This is going to be a quick civil war in Spain. We've already taken the capital. Okay, we've got some more points for Amayo here, so let's go ahead and grab reliability or speed. Boy, that's a tough one. You're going to struggle with reliability initially. The heck. We'll go with speed. I like speedy tanks. Okay, so air doctrine here. We've got a few options here. So we can go, I think on paper, I would have to say formation fighting is probably the superior choice here for that air supremacy mission efficiency bonus here. But if you're playing kind of historical Germany, I think fighter ace makes more sense just for reasons. But I don't know. Go ahead and grab that. All right, range improvements are done. So don't let that be a lesson to you. Don't be distracted and drinking water. I do have a drinking problem. Y'all in the comments might be too young to have seen Airplane. That's from that movie. All right, so radio detection. King Ludwig. Hey, thanks for showing up. Appreciate it. All right, we do have some more factories here. Let's go ahead and get some more queued up. Kind of about mid-38, we'll start to switch over to our military factories. I don't want to grab an advisor just yet. Yellow. Yeah, they did take that airfield. I didn't think they would. They did take that airfield. Still doing a fair amount of damage to him, though. Let's also go ahead and queue up some synthetic refineries as well. We're going to need to be making our own rubber for the war, and obviously our own fuel too, so we're going to need many of those. Okay, we've taken out the Republicans here, so what's left is just the anarchists. Go ahead and move the air wing as well. All right, Yugoslavian Yugoslavia request sale of airplanes. Let's go ahead and sell our fighters. Gonna reduce our consumer goods. Reichsautobahn is complete here, so that's excellent. Let's also now that it's January 38, let's go ahead and grab demand the Sudetenland. It's gotta start getting spicy. And I think what I will do is I will start to queue up those mills as well. Okay, we do have some XP now, so let's go ahead and design up a tank. A better tank. So we do get a few tank flip templates already. Let's see what the AI has built us for Panzer IIIs here. Yeah, not great. Gonna make some changes to this. I don't have any problem with the high velocity cannon. I don't know about the smoke launchers. That gives us extra breakthrough, but I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'll just put a couple machine guns on here to increase soft attack. Again, this is not going to be an optimal tank by any means early on. And everyone has the tank templates that they designed that they love the best, so everyone does it differently. We are going to go ahead and take off welded armor. It's going to hurt our armor quite a bit. We're going to do riveted. This is an early tank, mind you. I want to produce as many medium tanks as possible. Reliability is 64. We could go ahead and switch out to maybe a Christie suspension for the speed. Torsion bar here for reliability. Boy, that's the question, isn't it? I would like my tanks to be upward close to 8 kilometers an hour. We could try to 64.8 is pretty crap reliability here. Let's go ahead and remove that for the breakthrough, and could grab wet ammunition storage. It's gonna add another tick to our production cost, but 15% reliability though. It's hard to beat that. And go with that. Again, not the best tank in the world, but certainly better than what the AI has in 1939. Okay, let's keep it at 8. See what we can do with our armor here. %. I think I can live with that. Now let's go ahead and get these set up here for a queue. And yeah, I think that'll be fine. We'll just kind of put these guys on the top here. And I do want to maybe get about 20 factories on them. So as our mills start to come online, they'll start feeding into the tank production. And we do have some dockyards available here. So let's go ahead, and we do have XP. Let's design some better submarines. We're going to need a lot of submarines to humble the Royal Navy. Okay, so we have the better engine here. Let's go ahead and just take as many torpedo tubes on here as we can. The best torpedo tubes that we have. And we'll go ahead and grab our Mayo here for our bonuses. And it's really all we can do at the moment until we get to the 40 submarine with the Schnorkel. And we'll grab just historical. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our submarines here and first of all move these ships, submarines with Carl. Here we're going to do automatic reinforcement. And I'd like to do kind of attack wings of 10 submarines. It's usually what I find is pretty useful here. We'll go ahead and save that template. And so when those subs do automatic replenishment in the queue here, they'll go to the sub detachments that need new submarines. Let's grab Hunt and Destroy. We're working down our air doctrines here pretty darn quick. It's going back and forth. We've definitely made an impact. Barcelona's almost fallen, so that'll be the end of the Civil War. 91% towards... the war ended so quick. Usually you can get Rommel leveled up to Panzer Expert. Okay, we have the better torpedoes. What the heck, we'll grab the better guns. Okay, our first collab government is complete. Let's also go ahead and grab Wilhelm Canaris here. It's going to give us another operative slot. Because it's already 38, I would like to get a few more collabs on France if we can. And if you don't have a third operative to keep that network up, you're going to completely lose it when the operation's complete, which sucks. Let's go ahead and grab the armored trains. And let's get the better torpedo attack for our submarines. Come down here and torpedoes. That's fine. 29 days, nothing. Okay, we have another slot here, so we're very far ahead on the better submarines. We'll actually have a focus in our tree for getting that tech. Let's go ahead and just grab some oil processing. We're going to need a lot of oil, and we're not going to be able to do business with anyone, frankly. AI pretty useless in this. Yeah, it's fairly. Yeah, Hoi AI is pretty famous for just doing what it does. All right, so we're all right on the High Seas Fleet. I mean, again, their only job is to give us naval supremacy in these two sea tiles, North Sea and Eastern North Sea, so that we can do a sea line effectively. Our submarines, on the other hand, are going to humble the British and the French convoy fleets. That's the hope. And we are ticking up with our troops quickly. Okay, we have our third operative here, so let's go ahead and make it a good one. I usually go with auto, but I mean, with the other operative being not great, we'll go ahead and grab this this fella here. He's Turkish nationality and German, but he's an infiltrator, so it's going to help us build that network faster in France. Yeah, the Lions haven't really moved. Oh, there you go, with the Munich conference. It's a historic day. Munich Agreement. Peace, for now at least. We have taken the Sudetenland. Okay, let's go ahead and grab... Well, golly. This is the question, isn't it? It's March of 38. We've got time. Yeah, we'll grab Eastern claims as well. We do have some factories now that are starting to make tanks, but we're going to, now that it's March of 38, I think I'm actually going to go ahead and prioritize the mills now. We're not going to need a ton of mills, but we will need some to get started. We're going to grab a lot of mills, obviously, from Conquest, but we're going to need some to get started for our tanks. And we're low on tungsten. Let's just go ahead and import some from Portugal. Good on chromium. And we do have some more PP. I think I want to save up for Walter Funk here. The war industrialist is going to help us build those mills a lot faster. And we're going to need some more divisions before we can fill this out. We're going to need about 120. And it looks like we're going to need to start to build up our defense so they don't break our ciphers. I don't know. I mean, some people really love the spy components. I think it's not that great, actually. It added another interesting mechanic to the game, but most players, I don't think, really muck with it all that much. But, I mean, it has its uses, mostly for collaboration governments if you are a fascist or a communist nation where you can do that sort of thing. If you're a democracy, you're not allowed to do that. But outside of that, I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know. I'd love to know. Do you use the intelligence agency for anything typically, or do you just kind of put that aside? I guess it depends if you don't have DLC. Doesn't really matter. Okay, let's go ahead and just get some better production efficiency for our CAS. And I don't really care about the Mountaineers, if I'm being honest. If I play as Italy, though, I lean heavily into Mountaineers, and they are special forces and really kind of the spearhead of your troops. Okay. Some more here. So let's go ahead and grab Walter Funk to increase our mill production. Spy content is too much, or rather the Kun Boost popular feature bettered the games already. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's kind of a pain, frankly. It is nice, though, to get some collab governments where you don't have to worry about so much resistance. Particularly if you're doing like a world conquest run or something. I mean, you're going to be using so much manpower and so many guns just to keep people, from rising up, so... Let's grab the better artillery. Yeah, we're not going to have the greatest medium tanks initially, but we will have medium tanks. Keep that production up high. Okay, Bulgaria. So many pop-ups. Bulgaria's approached us. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, we've done Eastern claims. It's May of 38. Let's just go ahead and work our way down to fate of Czechoslovakia. So we'll grab the first Vienna award. All right. How are we doing on stockpiles? Okay. Memel folds, of course they do. Okay, thank goodness. I was like, hopefully I've been making Toad anti-air, because if not, we're going to be in a bit of trouble. Gosh, what do we want to grab now? A little bit ahead on our machine tools still. I think I'll just grab the better infantry equipment as well, just kind of try to keep us up to date. Once our bills start to come online here, it'll kind of sort things out a lot better. Oil processing's done. Okay, let's grab the rubber processing as well. You need a fair amount of rubber. And talking about a fair amount, we're going to need a fair amount of tungsten. It'll be nice if we grab Norway. They do have a lot of tungsten, so that'll certainly help that out. What do we want? I think we need to probably work on our air, actually. Let's grab the better machine guns, the heavy machine guns. I want to rush to get better Type 2 fighters before 1940 if I can. Okay, so we've got the armored trains now. Is there anything else I want out of here? Logistics is important, particularly when we go east. Maybe MPs. We'll grab MPs. We're going to be occupying a lot of territory. What the heck? Okay, so I think looking pretty good. Start to fill out our military high command here in 38, 39. And then also get our theorist. Let's go ahead and grab Ferdinand here for our infantry attack bonus. More ships for the High Seas Fleet. How we doing? Doing good. All right, well, we've almost completed our air doctrine tree. Well, I say almost completed. It's like halfway completed, but I'd say that's pretty good for 1938. Yeah, Japan is just not doing very well. I mean, they typically don't do very well in China. I mean, on historic, not really. I mean, we're trading reasonably well in the air, considering that we were outnumbered like 2-1. First Vienna award is complete. Let's go ahead and go straight down to Fate of Czechoslovakia. Time has come to divide the old Czech lands between those who can govern them properly. Yeah, we need so much tungsten for our tanks. It's ridiculous. It's going to really start cutting into our factories. But that's why we build a lot of civilian factories initially, so. Yeah, I might as well just go ahead and assign a general here. I want a good defensive general. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we've got some more mills here. Let's... I do think I actually want more fighters initially here. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, Bulgaria seeks Balkan claims here. That's fine. That's just going to allow them to join the Axis later on, which I don't really care about, honestly, but they are a distraction, and that's can be useful, typically. But it gives them claims on Macedonia and Serbia. Ba-ba. You guys didn't know you were going to be tuning in for Economic Simulator. Well, maybe you did, actually. If you played Hoi, you know. The initial build-up phase. Thanks, Spacebar. Appreciate it. Yeah, and anyone else that's new to the live stream, if you're interested in winning some cool merch, I got mugs, stickers, that sort of thing. Drop the number 1000 in the comments down below for a chance to win some merch. I'll announce the winner at the end of the stream. War support. Okay, how are we doing? I haven't even been paying attention. Oh my goodness. Okay. See, this is happens when you get distracted. It's September 38 and you're trying to work on war co-op governments and you forget about this sort of thing. So it is what it is. Unfortunately, we can probably get one more collab in before the end. That'll be all right. At the end of the day, I'm just trying to reduce resistance in France. And we do actually have a little more political power here. Yeah, let's just continue to build out our cabinet. Maybe wait. Yeah, I'm going to wait till I got 200 to grab Rommel here. Matt, teach you how to play. Well, I will do my best. I wouldn't say I'm exactly an expert, but I've got 3,000 hours in the game, so take that for what it is. But happy to do what I can. Just glad that we've got a new player. Everybody's welcome in Hoi. It's a great game. But you will find that it will swallow up a good portion of your life, though. Yeah. Now we got red skies now. Bah. War Thunder on stream. Yeah, that's a good idea. You'll probably laugh. I've never played War Thunder. I hear a lot of good things about it, but I've never tried it. Okay, the question of Yugoslavia. Yeah, we'll just put the squeeze on them. That's fine. Fate of Czechoslovakia. So now we do have the end of Czechoslovakia at hand. Our forces are marching into Prague at the moment. So we've got 3 options here. If you're playing as Germany, always pick the first option. It's by far the best one. You're going to get a 50% compliance modifier to the Sudetenland, and you're going to get a puppet state out of it. So the puppet state isn't all that useful, but the compliance is. All right, so now that we do have Czechoslovakia under heel here, so let's go into occupied territories, and let's change Czechoslovakia's oversight here, our governance, to civilian oversight. It's going to save us. We're already at 50% compliance, so it's going to save us a bunch of equipment and manpower. 200 days ahead of time. Let's grab the better machine tools. And let's also... It is October 38. The world is our oyster. What are we going to grab next? Let's see. I usually don't do West Wall unless I really need to. I could grab that. I don't really plan on putting more troops on the Maginot. But, what the heck. What I want to do is I'll work way down to Romania and Hungary align options here to get some puppets out of them. So I think that's probably the route I'll go, though. Well, maybe there's some benefit to doing naval effort and U-boat effort. That's the beauty of it. There's really not a wrong way to play most factions. Well, I'd say that, but there is actually. Germany is a little bit different because it's such a beast, but yeah, let's just go ahead and grab Westwall for the time being. Don't get me wrong, there is plenty of ways to screw up a perfectly good nation, particularly if you're a minor nation. It's pretty easy to screw up your run and you'll have to restart. But, you know, the major factions, they're a little bit more forgiving. Okay. Let's go ahead and grab the better anti-air as well. We've been building anti-air. We don't have it in our templates yet, but we've been building it. And let's get the better shovels, the better engineer company. Okay. And let's go ahead and improve. Let's get the better artillery going in our production queue. Of course. Of course. Of course. The agent was killed. Perfect. Perfectly balanced as all things are. Will that go? I don't understand. Why can't we... Oh, for love of Pete. We're going to have to start again. I'm not having a lot of luck with my spies this game. Okay, we have some more factories here. Let's go ahead and see what we're going to be lacking a little bit of. We have plenty of light tanks. Let's go ahead and get some more anti-air going, and let's put some more on tanks. Got 600, but we're going to need more. Okay, so we've already upgraded our torpedoes here. Let's go ahead and grab... it's for cruisers, but whatever. We'll grab the surface visibility here for our Mayo. Don't care about that. Yeah, we've really screwed Japan up over here. I mean, they normally don't do very well, but they're really not doing very well. It's November of 38, and that's all the further they've gone. Okay, plenty of Mayo stuff. Now, I appreciate what Paradox did with giving us this option for our Mayos to customize our build-outs. I like that in a way. What I don't like is the annoyance of having to click all of these freaking bubbles and set that all the time. It's not that much fun, if I'm being honest. I know you can queue things up, and I do a lot of the time, but honestly, I'm not really putting a lot of thought into it when I'm doing that. So, take that for what it is. And we're actually going to need some more tungsten. We're going to need plenty of tungsten. And get some better truck production efficiency. And... okay, we'll get survivability studies. It's a little bit early on our engine and on our body for our improved fighters. Last communist China run, I got through tanks, but I learned quickly the infrastructure in Asia isn't exactly the most beneficial to tank units. Yeah, that's yeah, that's the understatement of the century, man. Yeah, the infrastructure in China is god-awful. About as good as going east past the Ural Mountains in Russia. So, yeah, all those rail lines are unconnected. Supply hubs are sporadic at best. You have a lot of rivers if you are playing like Nationalist China or if you take that territory down there for supply. But besides that, it's pretty terrible terrain to fight in. I'll get Otto. He's not the best, but whatever. I don't really care. We're only going to be able to get one more collab government off anyway. And I do see that they're starting to put operatives in Germany, so we're going to see if we can catch them. All right. I hate to do this, guys. I'm going to take a quick pee break. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. What did I miss? We're doing a heck of a lot of cast damage. December 38th, though. We're getting close to the war. I don't think there's really anything we need to bother with, frankly. Just continue to build out our cabinet. Let's grab Erwin Rommel, the armor genius, for our tanks. Let's also... we're going to change the Panzer Division template because this sucks. But at the meantime, I want to get a few of these guys queued up. I just want to get the divisions out there. Let's also grab interrogation techniques. That's going to increase the chances we catch their operatives inside our own territory. All right, we have West Wall complete. It is December of 38. What do we want to grab? Let's go ahead and just grab naval effort. That's going to give us research bonuses on destroyers and light cruisers. While we're probably not going to use those, it is getting us one step closer to the U-boat effort, which gives us a tech boost for our next generation of submarines. Bulgaria wants to sign a non-aggression pact. Sure, whatever. All right, we have free factories available here, so let's get a few more mills queued up. I'm not going to worry too much because, again, we're going to get a lot of mills from Conquest, but it is probably a good idea to keep that going because we do need to get more tanks. We need more anti-air tech, so on and so forth. So we'll just... get something like that. We can adjust it as needed. Doesn't really matter. Let's see. Let's get 15. That'll be fine. Okay. Man, we've gotten so much air XP out of China. It's ridiculous. Let's grab ground support integration. Yeah, we're going to basically... we're going to close out our air tree before the war even starts. And let's also grab convoy interdiction for our submarines. It's going to increase the surface detection and rating efficiency, but it's also increased organization for but which is not super useful for our submarines, but it's going to be useful for our torpedo reveal chance. So. Okay, so now that we have the Westfall, which I usually don't build because I don't really think on historic it's really needed. France will hardly ever push into this part of Germany. But I'm going to just have probably these 9 divisions here, and that'll be sufficient to hold the French back. At least early part. Favorite minor nation to play? That's a good question. I don't know, Matt. A favorite minor nation. I guess it kind of depends if it's Europe or Asia, but I would say probably a minor nation that has a lot of potential. It's really fun to play, and it has a pretty darn good focus tree. I would have to say Bulgaria. I know. A lot of... I'm not a fan of a lot of the Balkan countries from the Battle for the Bosphorus DLC, but they did a great job with the Bulgaria tree. There's just a lot of flavor in it, and there's a lot of cool things you can do. And to become Prussia of the Balkans is pretty cool. And it's just cool to see your country build up from basically nothing to just this powerhouse. Okay, so I'm on here. Let's go ahead and see. Is there any... There's reliability bonus. Let's grab the improved suspension. That's a no-brainer. Reliability is our biggest problem, I think, at the moment. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab this. We can get the better guns, better anti-tank. I don't ever build anti-tank because, I mean, that's what you have tanks for. Unless you are too poor of a nation to do that, but each their own. Okay, it's January 39, so let's go ahead and grab... We could grab Molotov-Ribbentrop, but it is a little bit early. I think we can fit another focus in there before we do that. Let's go ahead and grab this focus here, because this will allow us to build infrastructure and railways faster, which is what we're going to need to go eastward. And then, although it is the end of January, you know what? Scratch that. Let's go Molotov-Ribbentrop. Let's get this show on the road. I'm going to drop whatever extra dockyards we have into building submarines. Yeah, I was expecting Hungary. Yeah, I mean, Hungary is... Yeah, I don't know. I would say Hungary is very blah, but the coolest thing about Hungary is that you can build the Austro-Hungarian Empire. I would say that's probably the easiest. But, boy, what is it? The hardest challenge to get, the hardest achievement in the game, or one of them is the Miklos Horthy achievement, where you can get him. You can get Horthy here as an admiral. So you have to get dockyards down here on the Adriatic Sea. So I have yet to still get that achievement. So it is ridiculous. How are we doing with our troops? They're okay. I want to just speed these up a little bit. So we're going to need 6 more. 1, 2. Okay. Alright, let's just do one more run of infantry. And then start them exercising a little bit. Then we're going to sort our army and get them where we want them. Yeah, we'll go ahead and assign him a field marshal at least. I like Valtamodel, just because he has aggressive assaulter, already unlocked, so that's a pretty nice trait, particularly early in the war. Okay, let's see. It's still pretty far ahead on our airplane tech. Let's go ahead and get the better guns, the better infantry equipment here. Yeah, let's get the MP-38s going. Now, you shouldn't drink this stuff because it's a diuretic, but it is what it is. I need it. It's also not very good for your heart. Okay, we do have a lot of submarines here. Let's go ahead and sort some more of these out and get another, I don't want to call it a wing, whatever, a small fleet of submarines. And again, we're just going to go ahead and switch it to our template of 10. I like this because, again, as we build submarines, they go into the overflow here. When there's a task force that needs a new submarine, they'll automatically detach, which, little pro tip there, if you don't know that feature exists, make sure you turn that on. So, yeah, we're going to try to, it's already March of 39, but we're going to try to take out Poland and Western Europe as quickly as possible, grab Scandinavia, and then do a Sea Lion in the span of, I don't know, maybe about 8 months. So we'll see how that goes. Really just kind of depends on how well the UK is stacking forces in Britain. And let's grab Gerd here for our army regrouping. Okay, we have the better shovels. Excellent. I don't need logistics in Western Europe. Not yet. We will need it for the Eastern Front, but we've got time. It'd be tempting. It's a little bit ahead of time on the anti-air. Heck of it. We'll just grab the logistics. And we do need to do something I haven't been doing. We need to build some trains. So we need to get a few of those sorted. Let's kind of put them down at the bottom of the queue here. Otto, welcome back. We haven't missed much. We've been playing German Reich Economic Simulator. Actually, what I will do as well, I'm going to build some radar detection in our territory. Now, I don't know if everyone does this. I know probably a lot of people don't. The war will be over fairly quickly, but I like to have it for the spotting initially for all those British bombers early in the war. Molotov-Ribbentrop is complete. Okay, so it is April of 39. We are basically ready to go to war with Danzig, but it's a smidge early still, so let's kind of just hang on that for a moment. Let's see what we want to grab. I don't know. All right. Okay, we got the advanced and the better construction. Perfect. Moscow assigned the pack, as they always do on Historic. Fantastic. All right. What do we want to grab first? Now, okay. So you can go down this side of the tree, demand Slovenia, and try to gobble up Yugoslavia. You can do that. You can do a fair amount as democratic, or not democratic, but diplomatic Germany and try to swallow up territory. But I find that this often breaks, this mechanic, and they often say no, particularly after late 38, the Allies. So I feel like it's kind of a wasted focus. Let's just go ahead and, well, 38 days. What the heck? We'll just go ahead and grab Danziger War. No, you know what? No. I'm very indecisive today, guys. Very indecisive. I apologize. We're going to go ahead and just grab that first. Okay. Oh, yep. Play testers for the rat mod. Yeah, I'm curious on the rat mod. Is it going to be... It's not Ratatouille, right? Or is it Ratatouille, which is could be also excellent. So let's see. Let's grab, what the heck do we want to grab? We grab maintenance companies. Could be helpful. I don't ever grab the railguns. Like, I don't know if I've actually ever built railguns. I don't know if you guys have. If they're any good, I don't know. Couldn't say. Let's go ahead and grab the better radar, because this is going to give us improved radios, which we do want. Excellent. No, not Ratatouille. Okay, fair enough. Kind of like Rattenreich. I think isn't that that game? Are you familiar with that? Railguns suck. Yeah, they just get captured anyway. Okay. Let's actually get the better AA now that makes a little bit more sense. How are we doing with our collab? 6 days. Perfect. Okay, it's not going to be 100% collab on France, but we don't really care if it's 100%. Let's just rush these guys out. I don't really care. Okay, it is April 25th. Let's go ahead and change our infantry division template here. Let's go ahead and stick in some port anti-air. We may be a little short. Actually, we just barely have enough. That's perfect. Okay, so this will be a fine defensive-based infantry division template. Later on, and early in the war, particularly these guys will be fine, I'll want to add some support artillery on here as well. But for right now, a budget infantry division, this will be fine. Okay, perfect. Oh, 45% on that one. Oh, nice. Cool. Look at that. We've got 75% on France. Perfect. I don't dislike that. Okay, let's go ahead and get our infantry here sorted a little bit. Remember S to split, right? Let's see. Do we want to... yeah. I'm just trying to sort these into better, more manageable things. Okay. Cool. That's all right. I think we're in pretty good shape here. Did I? Oh, that's funny. I didn't know what I was thinking. Okay, lovely. Okay, so let's go ahead and just give this guy a Rudstedt will be fine. I don't really care. All right, so for modal, we'll go ahead and park the Teal army up here. Just kind of everybody else, we're going to go ahead and just do a basic field marshal order. Actually, we don't want that. Dun. All right. All right, let's get into position. Okay, so we do need to assign some generals now. Let's get some excellent attackers. Feta von Bock, why not? I mean, he's got some negatives too. We've got Maximilian. That'll be fine. Wilhelm Ritter von Lieb. And let's see here. Kurt Studet. And Witzelben. That'll be fine. That'll kind of round out our initial generals here. And let's get rid of... Okay. I forgot to change the order here. So, Red Army... I thought I had... Oh, I see. Okay, I was like, where is this order still on? Okay, it's been a long day. All right, so Italy wants to join the Axis. Sure, why not? Well, we also need to do, it's May, and I should have been in this a smidge earlier, but let's go ahead. We're going to need some, actually, let's change this. We're going to need some basically shore guards, our defensive troops that we're going to need to protect our dockyards. Okay. We'll just... This is fine for right now. We'll probably add some artillery to these guys at some point, but this will be fine initially. Okay. How's our Air Force in China doing here? Still something. They're doing okay, I think. Okay, well we're nearing the war. I'm gonna save up. I'm gonna grab Heinz Guderian here of 200 PP, and I think we're starting to look in pretty good position at the moment. Let's just go ahead and get our planes that we have exercised up. Grab localized training centers too. That's what I should have done. So we could start getting some Soviet spies for the war to come. All right, it's June. We're approaching September. All right, we do have that complete. Let's go ahead and grab Danziger War. It's time to get this show on the road. Of course, we're playing historic here, so... you can run through a little bit quicker, but we're just having a nice leisurely game of world conquest as Hoy Germany here. What is going on here? Weird. I've never seen that before. Doesn't matter. Okay. See where we are research-wise here. We don't need recon right now. Let's see about... Still a smidge ahead of time, but I think I'm going to start working on our aircraft technology. Assign Messerschmitt for the research. All right, we have some more tanks. Let's grab another field marshal here. We'll get Van Kluge. And again, maximize. Let's get these boys motorized as well. And all right, now it's July. We can finally design maybe a little bit better Panzer Division template here. Okay, so this is currently what we're rocking, and it ain't good. It's not going to work. So let's go ahead and try to design something a little bit better, at least initially, the early parts of the war. Granted, as the war goes on, you'll change this and it'll get better and better. Okay, so that's 30 with combat with tank division here for early part in the war. That's not terrible. That will certainly be better than anything the AI can field in 1939. I would probably remove the shovels, the engineers, and add support anti-air on here. How are we doing on medium tanks? We're probably short. No, we actually have enough medium tanks. Fantastic. All right. Can we put any more medium tanks on here? We've got 2.7. Oh, nice. Yes, please. No, that's a bridge too far. Okay. All right. Panzer IV medium. Let's just do this medium. No, that doesn't quite work. That's fine. All right, let's set these boys to elite. Panzer divisions here. This is 30 with. Not the best long term, but we'll be able to change. This is a good template to start on. So let's actually add signal companies here as well that we actually have the XP. I'm glad I researched that. I forgot about that. Okay, so we should have enough tanks. We're going to be short on a little bit of support equipment, but that's okay. Let's grab our recruit in the Soviet Union. Hello, hello. All right. Yep, good old Civilization. I like to play Civilization, but it's well, mostly a bore to watch. Not to say that German economic simulator for the first 4 years of the game isn't the most titillating experience, but of course, you know, you got to build up before you can have a war economy. We're going to exercise these boys as soon as we get those numbers up a little bit. Nope, I do not care to join the war against Ethiopia. I'm good. Thanks, brah. Okay. I don't know. There's the Hoi community split on the merits and the benefit of continuing down the electronic engineering tree and grabbing the better research bonuses, like that it's a depreciating thing. So I'm kind of on the fence on that. I think there's certainly a case to be made for continuing down your research tree here. I don't know. I rarely move past the computing machine, but in any case, I don't know. If you guys, do you finish that tree? I'd be really curious. What I do need to focus on is better refining, fuel refining, and oil processing. That's what I need to focus on. Civ 5 and 6 on Deity. Yeah, Deity is pretty spicy. I've only done that a couple times. There's quite a few channels out there. I'm sure you follow, like Potato McWhiskey, Quill, others out there that do some pretty cool Let's Play series. What do I want? Better signal companies? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, let's just grab the oil processing. I think that's still going to serve us better in the long run. And what are we at? August. Can probably get a little bit of training on these guys before the war kicks off. While I'm here, let's upgrade Carl for Silent Hunter, as well as Torpedo Expert and Drill Master. Okay. All right, let's get the better guns. Check. I think we'll probably be all right. I could grab some anti-air. Actually, I usually don't build it, but we have a fair amount of IC available. Potato recently released a video where he got to trail 3 hours. Yeah, it looks pretty mad. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've seen some of the videos for Civ 7 so far. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence on that. I mean, they've got a heck of a lot to live up to. I mean, Civ 6 is a great game. All right, we've got the war here. So let's go ahead and stop exercising these boys. And the war snuck up on us, guys. All right. Poland knew the consequences. They knew. All right. Let's get our Air Force sorted here. Let's grab air superiority and air support here and logistics strike. Assign them to Western Poland. It'll be fine. As for our tanks, a lot of them are still green. That's fine. Don't worry about it. It's not going to matter. We're going to run through them like no one's business. We're going to set these guys to aggressive. And as for our Navy, we're going to go ahead and take our lovely 40 submarines that we have so far. And they're not the greatest submarines, but they have a lot of spunk. And we're going to set them to convoy raiding. And we're going to raid all along here. We're going to catch the Allied convoys around France and Britain and try to sever the connection line here. I'm going to cut off the resources from the Empire. All right, let's go ahead and grab around Maginot. We're going to give it a few days here for our org to tick back up. And then we're going to go in. One thing we do need to do, though, let's go ahead and grab this fella, this bomber here. We're going to need a fair amount of... They really hit you in Western Germany, those Allied bombers, the British bombers. So we're going to do 400 on air supremacy here in Western Germany. I know it's a lot, I know, but I don't want to lose any industry, even if it is for just a little bit. We'll set a couple factories on repairs. And we'll just grab another bit of fighters here. We don't really have many, and set them on air supremacy for the Berlin area, Eastern Germany here. All right, it's September 4. Let's go ahead and go in. Am I going to monetize my channel? Yeah, I'm already monetized, actually. Good question. I just got monetized not too long ago when you hit 1,000 subs and 4,000 hours or more view time, then you can monetize under current YouTube rules. So yeah, things are going okay. Let's go ahead and slow the speed down here, and we'll kick off this war. All right, we're going to go ahead and declare. We're going to pull the United Kingdom into the war. We're not going to call any of our allies. We don't need them. All right, so now we've kicked off here. What I do want to do is I want to grab infantry division here, and we're going to try to take Danzig as soon as possible. And our tanks are just cruising with all haste, all speed. We've already taken Warsaw. And how are we trading in the air? I mean, obviously we're doing very well. We're casting the ever-living hell out of them here. Western Germany is Western Germany. You know, it is what you expect. It's okay. Won't be a problem for much longer. Okay. It's a little chaotic, but we are cruising through them. Monetization make you a lot or just a few cents? It's kind of a complicated question. When you first start monetizing, you have so few subs typically, and so few views on your videos typically that monetization is going to be pretty minuscule. But of course, that ramps up like all things as you get more subs, more views on videos. It kind of cascades and snowballs. Yeah, it's I think most serious YouTubers, it's usually a couple years after getting monetized where it kind of makes sense if they have the ability to do this as like a full-time gig. All right, got dispersed industry here. How are we looking? Okay-ish. Let's grab the better guns. Portugal, yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Yeah, they're not going to be able to supply us with much. Let's grab it from Sweden. All right, we've cut this portion of the Polish army off, crushed that. They're just about to surrender. Okay, so Operation Weserübung. Let's see. Let's go ahead and grab this here. This is going to give us our war goals on Scandinavia. Quite a few fighters over here. Okay, Poland is no more. Let's go ahead and shift focus. We'll bring our troops over to Western Europe. Okay. All right, so everything Western Poland we want to grab. And boy, we're gonna have to split this up. The Swiss Confederation seeks trade agreement with the German Reich. So sometimes this fires. I haven't seen it in all my games recently, but sometimes it does, and it's always beneficial. So it's basically Switzerland saying, "Hey, we want to do business with you on the down low." So we could add supplies from trade agreements. We can get civilian economy going here, construction speed. Production efficiency is mighty tempting. I think we're gonna have to go with that almost every time. All right, we do have our garrison troops finally ready. You'd never want to leave your ports open. That is going to be a problem for you if you do that. So The AI, the Allied AI, loves the naval invasion, as you do know. So let's go ahead and get our garrison orders set here, and we'll go ahead and just switch these boys to protecting our ports. Let's go ahead and grab our mechanized here. There was a question if we were going to mechanize. Well, we're certainly going to use it for our tanks. We may do some mechanized as well, but we'll kind of see what happens here. All right, let's upgrade. Upgrade. All right, let's let our troops gain a little bit of their org back. Okay, good enough. Good enough for government work, as they would say. We are well stacked over, so let's grab half of these guys and yeah, overstacked as well. It is what it is. We just don't have the air bases, but it won't be a problem for much longer. All right, hey, Netherlands. About that. And frankly, I mean, we're just going to go ahead and just run through them like crazy here. So, and the Netherlands has capitulated. Belgium, you're next. Partitioning of Poland. So this is the option, right? So you can go historic and say, yeah, we're gonna mine the treaty with the Soviet Union, and they're gonna get half of Poland. You could also say no, but if you do that, they're almost immediately going to attack you. Yep, it takes a little while to get your economy sorted, but we're on it now, man. And the key is when you're going through the Low Countries, attack one at a time. Don't attack all the Low Countries all together. You're going to have a bad day. So, but do it quickly enough, and then the Allies won't have a chance to relocate their troops. Yeah, we'll go ahead and take them out as well. That's fine. And let's see if we can move down to Dunkirk here. I'm actually going to go ahead now that we've broken into Belgium. Let's go ahead and just set a better order here. And I want you guys to go straight for Paris. Luxembourg has capitulated. Belgium won't be long as well. Belgium's gone. All right, tank. Move. Grab the supply hubs, grab the victory points, see if we can Dunkirk them a little bit. France is cooked. That is absolutely true. Grab the supply hub. We're getting a little low on supply. Doesn't matter. We're going to be to Paris in just a few days. All right, and that's all she said here. So that's all right. So France has capitulated the fall of Paris. Got quite a bit of equipment out of here. We're gonna no Germany conquers all. And that was another reason that we did the collaboration governments, right? Is so that we could have lower resistance. I would have loved to be 100%, but we're at 75%, and that ain't too bad. So if we come in here, we can go ahead and switch Free France to civilian oversight. Oh, nice. Yeah, perfect. Welcome to the Discord. Welcome. We've got all sorts of fun conversations on our Discord. I don't know. I mean, it's pretty good. Okay. All right. So now that we've got France sorted, we got the Low Countries sorted, we need to work on Scandinavia, my friends. And we also need to get our Air Force sorted here as well, because we're going to start bombing us in France, which, you know, that's what they do. That's okay. Let's just get some fighters here to sort that out. And yep, I took you off briefly. I understand. Okay. And they instantly surrender. Welcome aboard, Denmark. Welcome aboard. Okay, we need to do a few things here. So we need to get our stability up a smidge. Let's go ahead and exhort heroism here. Let's improve worker conditions. And let's also install a friendly-minded government in Denmark. They should accept that. Okay, now we do have an open border with the Soviet Union. We're going to need to be aware of that, so let's go ahead and that's fine. You guys can just go ahead and man this border. They'll be able to break our non-aggression pact if they have troops on the border, a certain amount of troops under a certain amount of time. I don't recall exactly the rationale behind it all, but nevertheless, we want to go ahead and protect our border. All right. Now we've got a few options here. We're going to go ahead and take it to the Scandinavian countries next, but let's go ahead and reintegrate Alsace-Lorraine and Luxembourg here for the manpower. We're getting a little bit short on manpower, and I don't really want to go up if I don't have to. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and make sure you garrison your dockyards here, your ports, I should say. And we've got quite a few of them to worry about. So we are a little short here, so let's go ahead and get some more port guards queued up. That'll be fine. Am I Canadian or American? I'm American, yeah. Just kind of a mountain state, guys, so if you've ever been to Colorado, that's where I'm from. Okay. Oh, there's a Panzer division list? Oh, my goodness. Okay. Gonna have to sort that out. Okay. It doesn't really matter on our troops. Actually, you know what does matter? I wonder if we're only 26 days away. So with our focus to take Scandinavia, we do get a bonus to... Where is it? To our landing craft. It's only 97 days. I don't know. I don't think it's worth it. I do want to get that for Sea Lion, but I think we can. I think we'll be fine for Norway. If you could just now I do one division per tile for a reason, and that is just requires less transport ships. Unless I'm trying to take a naval port, in which case I'm expecting there'll be more resistance. In which case, then I'll maybe assign another division or two. Am I a snowboarder? No, not really. I've done some skiing in the past, but I'm like really afraid of heights. So being afraid of heights and skiing or snowboarding is kind of a treacherous thing when you have to take the chairlift. That's like my worst day. We are starting to make an impact with our submarines. We're losing a few submarines, but we are starting to make an impact with these convoys here. And make sure also that you set the English channel to avoid or entirely blocked for your convoys, because if you don't, your convoys are going to try to come through here, and it's, well, you're going to have a bad day. Well, thank you very much. Okay, let's go ahead and grab some more of our guys. It doesn't really matter. I mean, at this point, like I've said it many times, but like the world is really your oyster as Germany here, so you can kind of decide what you want to do, how you want to play. Doesn't really matter. But what I would recommend every single time is before the U.S. joins the war, and usually like mid 41 in Hoi, make sure you take out the U.K. If you can. You definitely want to do that. Okay, we do have our troops ready for the most part here. Let's go ahead. I think these guys will be fine. Let's go ahead and start our naval invasions now. We're going to need to grab our high seas fleet. And let's go ahead and switch those guys to naval invasion support. And that should be sufficient to engage the enemy. Also offers some support fire as well. And let's grab our troops. These guys we haven't been using, but let's target some naval ships. And let's do some naval strikes as well. World of Wonder, I've said your name. Okay, we're starting to keep up with our submarines, but again, that's kind of a problem. Alright, we do need to declare war for anything to actually happen. And our dudes are away. They're being engaged almost immediately, but we do have support from our high seas fleet. All right, let's pen these guys. Not all. Some of these guys were delayed from convoy raiding, which sucks. Support. We need to take some ports. Oil processing's done. Let's grab the better rubber as well. We're just so low on everything. Sweden, yeah. What we're going to need to do is come in our next focus and get the trade agreement with Sweden so we can get some better tungsten. Then again, we're going to get a lot of tungsten once we take Norway. We're just going to have to build more refineries, I think, for our rubber needs. You're welcome. All right. World of... Let's see. We're just about to take a couple of these ports here, so... Perfect. Okay. Cool. All right. Let's pen these guys. Come on, take the port. Take the port. Take the port. Take the port. Okay, great. Okay. That's all I care about there. So we're going to go ahead and now reform up our lines. Let's get another bit of infantry going here. We're going to need more troops for... Actually, you know what? We're pretty low. I do need a couple for our divisions here. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get extensive conscription. And where are you guys? You're down here. It's going to be 2 green armies. That's fine. Whatever. Don't care. Okay, cool. Let's pen you and start expanding out as best we can. And then also what we're going to need to do is start building some rail lines because these ports aren't linked up in any way. All right, looks like we do have full naval supremacy still, so troops are fairly safe. We need to get to Oslo, frankly. That's key. The terrain here is terrible, and the supply is terrible. And we need an air base. Very, very badly. Let's see. Do we have any... We do have a couple bombers here. Can they make it? It's possible. Yeah, give them a little bit of help from the air. Yeah. All right. Oslo has the air base that we need. Let's see if we can get around that. I'm using a lot of fuel for naval invasion support, but it's nice to have that bombardment effect here, but I don't think we need it anymore, so I'm going to switch these guys to strike force. Save on the fuel. And the potential of getting caught by the Royal Navy with our pants down. Alright, transit rights in Sweden here. So we approached Sweden for request for humanitarian transit on the rail network. Yeah, we want to go ahead and absolutely do that. Alright, perfect. We've taken Oslo. Let's go ahead and motorize a little bit. Okay, and let's move our planes over. Actually, you guys can come down here. But besides that, everybody else... that's fine, actually. Let's grab them. Grab some more casts and some fighters. We'll throw them up here. Non-aggression, sure. Sounds great. All right, we do have some free factories here, which I've been neglecting. Let's get some better fuel refining. All right, transit of wounded. Nope, we're going to keep pushing. We're going to keep pushing. All right. Need to start pushing out more aggressively and take these guys. Yeah, they don't have much, honestly. I mean, once you make the initial push through, but it does take a while, and the terrain is terrible. All right, we've integrated those territories. What next? Yeah, let's go ahead and align Romania and Hungary. Why not? Getting some free puppets out of it is always a good thing. Let's get the better airframe. We're gonna need better fighters. care if they're all that trained. What I do care about is getting enough of these ports protected. And why not? We're going to seize all of Jutland. I don't like the chance the Danes will rise up here. Usually happens when you're in Barbarossa. So we're just going to kind of go ahead and put a pin in that. Need to take Trondheim. Not to mention Bergen. Really need to grab Bergen. Yeah, we're casting the heck out of him. Let's also start getting the Soviet cryptology going. And once the better guns are done, we're going to grab better landing craft. Should have done that earlier. And Norway's gone. Pop goes the weasel. All right. Let's go ahead and protect our ports. 34. We have, what do we got? 32. Yeah, okay. That's fine. All right, we're okay. Let's check out what we're lacking, where we're low. Doing all right on stockpiles, actually. Pretty good, as a matter of fact. They're on trucks. Just get some better fighters, more fighters. Let's do that on guns. We're gonna need a lot of support equipment for the war to come. I don't know, honestly. We have so many factories at this point, we can't kind of really keep up. We're lacking on so many resources here. What I should have done is I should have grabbed the Swedish treaty instead of aligning Romania. That's okay. I hate to trade any more factories away, and yeah, they're not gonna. That's a lot of factories, man. We'll probably get the request from the Soviets for trade here pretty soon. That's fine. I think that'll be fine. All right, let's bring you guys home. Down to Wilhelmshaven here, which is going to be the leg of our next bit. And Sweden allows access to telephone and telegraph networks. We're going to make one more push for full military access. And let's go ahead and get some more tanks queued up here. Nope. I don't need your help, Mussolini. You are a detriment, man. Bring the whole alliance down. Yeah, bring the whole alliance down. I don't know. Has the Italians ever done anything useful for a Germany run? I mean, right? I mean, all I do is bring the alliance down. I mean, it's only it's not if, but when the Allies will naval invade them, because the Italian AI does not protect its ports. Like initially they do, but later on, I don't know what happens. Their brain turns off. All right, let's get the better landing craft. It's probably a little late, but whatever. It's already February of 40. Not too late though. I think we're doing all right. We're doing all right. I think we can wait until we have the better landing craft to do Sea Line, but allows us to kind of catch our breath a little bit. Let's. Yeah, we've cut that off. Let's get some better, well, not better, but we need some fuel from Romania. I want to try to fill up our stockpiles as much as possible. We're building a lot of synthetic refineries, and that's going to help a ton. But I just want to build up our stockpiles at the moment. And I still don't have Heinz Guderian. I should have totally picked him, but here we are. Mistakes were made. How are we doing on... We're just lacking rubber and tungsten, which sucks. How are we doing on everything else? Okay. I wish you don't need that many on... We really don't need that many of anything, frankly. How's our subs? Subs are okay. Let's go ahead and assign another sub detachment. And convoy rating. Sweden allows full military access. Look at that. Excellent. Yeah, we're losing some subs, which sucks, but we are doing okay, I think. Let's see here. Yeah, not as many convoys as I would have thought so far, but that's okay. All right, Romania, you want to join the faction? Sure. And let's do the Swedish treaty. Hungary's going to align itself here pretty much anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just waiting for these landing craft to be done, and then we can start to do a sea line. It's March of 40. I think would probably be all right. So I just want to kind of soften up a little bit more with our submarines, but we're looking all right. We're looking all right. Yeah, we're losing a lot more submarines than I would have liked, but our submarines are kind of crappy. We're going to get some better ones here pretty soon. I think after I get this focus, I think we'll roll down and grab our better sub-tech. All right. What do I want? Although we could grab it now and use our bonus, honestly, for 44 subs. Why don't we do that? It's only 185 days. Just do that. We want the better subs with the schnorkels. Enemy agent turns. Cool. All right, so we got some mechanized now. Let's actually take... We don't need that many fighters. That's fine. That'll get us started. It's not perfect, but it'll get us started. I want to get some mechanized so we can improve our panzer divisions. And we're doing really well on factories here. Again, let's just keep on building up some refineries. I'm going to try to be rubber. Actually, we're ahead on rubber now. Excellent. So really only we're lacking on tungsten. So, and if Sweden agrees to this is going to totally disappear then. I haven't even checked on our volunteers in China. Like, what's going on here? Okay. Yeah, that's right. Well, what am I thinking? Of course, once you go to war, all your volunteers disappear. Okay, okay. It's been a long day, guys. I'm going to have some more chemicals. That'll help. Yeah, we're almost ready for a sea line. Bulgaria wants to join the Axis, and whether it we shall. And Bolivar, don't care. All right. Soviet-German trade agreement here, so... Yeah, we might as well grab it. I mean, there's really no reason not to antagonize the Soviets right now. Not until we're ready, that is. So I don't probably... How are we doing on air? Okay. Oh. Whatever, I don't care. Okay. We do need to get some more troops recruited, though. Let's get some more infantry queued up. We're going to have a big, long war in the Soviet Union. We're going to need a lot of men. Come on. Okay, we got 11 days on the landing craft. Okay, cool. I mean, honestly, you can do the sea lion landing without the better landing craft, but it just is easier. I think we're doing okay on... I mean, we're never going to get naval supremacy of subs up here, not initially, but they're not really catching many of their convoys anymore. And I should probably have updated our trade interdiction laws here, but that's fine. So we're going to get Rab Wolf packs and advanced subware. Okay. Let that be a lesson to you, boys and girls. Make sure you update your templates. Okay. And let's grab the better torpedoes, too. Okay. Let's go ahead. We're going to set up naval invasions from Wilhelmshaven here. I find is the easiest to do. And we're going to hit around Hull here. I think we can grab another infantry. Okay. Something like that. It's a crapshoot what you're going to find in Britain. You can basically find the ports completely deserted and nobody there, or you can find the entire British Empire's army right there. So, anyways, Sweden has accepted our deal, so great. That's cut down on our tungsten needs. We do have, there we are. Yeah, we do have quite a few bit of tungsten there in that state, so excellent. And we'll grab some more from Portugal. And it's not that big a deal to actually grab that now. Instead, what do we want? We'll line Hungary. Again, getting some puppets would be useful. All right, so we are preparing our naval invasions fairly quickly. Hungary seems to join the Axis. Great. Excellent. Bypassed it. So now let's go ahead and integrate the war economies. And let's build up some airfields here. If you know, you know. How we doing? We are getting wrecked with our subs all of a sudden. It's okay. We're going to have better subs here pretty soon. Yeah, they're pretty out of date now, so it's part of the problem. They don't have snorkels or anything on them, so we'll get another line going. We're researching better submarines currently and better torpedoes, so and we won't need them for too much longer if Sea Lion goes okay. Okay, it's 10 June. I don't know if we're going to be able to get naval supremacy here, but we're going to try. So let's go ahead and these guys here just take off your garrisons. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to grab our high seas fleet, and we're going to switch you to naval evasion support. And these two tiles, we want to see if we can get naval evasion support. We can also grab our fighters, our bombers. What do we have here? Not much of the way of CAS. Dang it. Yeah, they're not going to be able to do naval strike, but that's okay. We'll see what we can do here. Okay, we only have 30% here. Let's see if we can grab. Bombing the piss out of us. Naval supremacy, 23%, so they're definitely home. The Royal Navy is probably based out of Hull. Most likely. Let's improve our... airport here. Yeah, it's just the waiting game, really. 23%. Yeah, I'm guessing the entire Royal Navy is in the North Sea currently. And most of our submarines have gotten wrecked or are severely damaged and in for repairs. So we're going to have to wait. Let's get the better medium tanks. German-Italian technology, sure. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're just going to focus on agility, I think, for Messerschmitt. And what we're also going to do now, I think we have the tech. Let's go ahead and design a better plane. I'm just curious what the auto design say with the, well, light machine guns, the cannons are good. Drop tanks, I don't know. We're low on rubber, so actually drop tanks is actually not a bad idea. Probably prefer the heavy machine guns though, if I'm being honest. But the weight is significant though. I don't think we can... Yeah, it's too heavy. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait till the better engines, so we'll have to go with light machine guns when I have any kind of agility for this thing. Air defense, air attacks looking pretty decent. Air agility is it's not bad. It's not bad. It's certainly better than our last plane. Let's go ahead and put it into production. The Focke-Wulf 190 here. Yeah, 31. Really struggling to grab naval supremacy. We could try to pull our submarines back, which isn't terrible. Unfortunately, this is a shallow sea. Oh, what do we want to do? If we put the submarines out here, the shallow sea, they're just going to be intercepted like mad. That's a bad idea. The problem is we just don't have range on most of our planes to reach there very well. I mean, it's just going to take the Royal Navy to move out of the North Sea Zone, basically. Somaliland, what the heck? Oh, these are the pilots from China. Okay, okay. I was like, what the heck? No, I don't want anyone else to join. Thank you very much. Just waiting on naval supremacy. I don't know if we're going to grab it, though. Usually not that big of an issue. Damn. Okay. Try to put more planes in the air is what we can do. We're already kind of maxed out on a lot of these airfields. And let's move you guys down here. Okay. Integrated the war economies. Romania has accepted. Hungary has accepted. Excellent. Voila. What do we want to pick? Could form the Reichskommissariat for some garrison duty stuff, but let's grab better U-boats. God, 40%, 42 there briefly. I guarantee you the Royal Navy is right here in the North Sea. If only we had some freaking spies in England here. Probably should have done that. Could tell us basically where the Royal Navy is, but I was an idiot and I didn't put them over there. Yeah, so convoy escort, strike force and convoy escort. Mostly just convoy escort. Okay. Okay, well, if we get a landing, that's great. If not, then we're going to have to retool. But in the meantime, we're going to look at what else we can do here. We do have the Yugoslavia situation here. We could go ahead and... It's only 25 days. Let's do it. Damn. Yep, they're gonna already join the war. It's taken us too long to take England here, so it's allowed the Italians to join the war. Which sucks. They're gonna take some stuff in the peace conference, but it is what it is. I prefer to... Yeah... I prefer to grab the UK as quickly as possible, but I hesitated there briefly for like a month or two to get the better landing craft, and it's allowed the Royal Navy to get more supremacy here, so... That's okay. We'll grab Yugoslavia. We'll get that sorted out. Help out the Italians in Greece if we need to. The war's just kicked off here, so they're doing okay in North Africa for the moment. Yeah. Red skies everywhere. How do you launch a nuke? So that's way down on your tech tree. So your engineering tech tree, you have to grab all of this effectively. It's way, way down there. It's going to be at least 1945 before you can really do this. Once you build some, you're going to get like these nuclear reactors. Once you unlock that tech, you'll have to build those around your territory to enrich uranium. And once you do that, then you'll start to be able to produce nuclear bombs as soon as you have that tech. It's a very long process. And honestly, the nukes are not really worth it, frankly, in the current base game. I mean, it does bring down war support in a big way, which is like a huge thing. So, I mean, it can be useful for sure to helping capitulate an enemy, but I usually don't do that. Hello, hello. All right. All right, let's see what we want to grab here. It's probably some better production efficiency. Just to work on our industry here. Never a bad idea. While we wait to hopefully get naval supremacy. Switzerland wants to renew our trade agreement. Sure. I'll be looking here. 29%. Yeah, they have their entire freaking navy here. I'm sure of it. And again, I could put my submarines here, but it's a shallow sea. They'll almost immediately be spotted. Frick. I don't know. We really need to capitulate the UK though. Okay. This is a bad idea. I don't recommend it. But we're going to see if we can get some naval supremacy here. It's really important that we get naval supremacy. But it is a shallow sea, and you get a plus 100% visibility to our submarines. So this is basically sending a good deal of these guys to their deaths. But if we can get landings in England, that will be useful. Okay, and we do have Slovenia here, so let's go ahead and kick that off as well. And let's assign some planes to that. What do we want to send? These guys aren't doing too much. North Sea. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab these guys, and we'll just target here. Hasn't helped yet. As they move into the sea zone, we might get naval supremacy. Ah, boy. Oh, we got it. We got naval supremacy. Okay. Whew. Briefly. It was brief. It keeps fluctuating in and out, but we'll see if we can make it. Let's turn the game down. Yeah, they're gonna... Looks like they're gonna be pretty well guarded here. Okay. Let's... try to assist here. Let's do force attack. And we do have a air base here, so let's go ahead and grab these planes. We might take Newcastle here. It's looking good. Oh, yeah. Okay. Excellent, 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 excellent. Okay. Can we grab... let's immediately switch this to motorize. Okay, great. We have stabilized the front. Okay, perfect. So let's go ahead and just clean this up. So everybody that is not doing something, we're going for a little trip rather to the British Isles, and yep, Rommel, I need your boys too. Oh, what just happened? What just happened? The camera just completely spazzed out. Okay. What do we want? Let's grab trade interdiction, sure. Now the hard part is going to be holding this. Telegram, crisis. Sure, I don't care. Sorry, excuse me just real quick here. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, we'll just worry about those troops later. That's fine. All right, we do need more fighters. Japan proposes tripartite, sure. Need the split at the neck here. We're pretty overextended, but reinforcements are on their way. 30 divisions just landed. Yeah, I mean, England's toast. Get to the cities. Tiger, yeah, wish they were Tiger tanks, but our Panzers are just going with impunity here. God, they've got so many planes. It's insane. Under red air. Sneak around, cut them off. Around Liverpool. Yugoslavia. I wasn't even paying attention to Yugoslavia. And I also wasn't paying attention to our poor submarine crews, so let's go ahead and take those boys off. Let's do some more convoy raiding. Hello, hello. Hi, everybody that's just joined us. Doing well, doing well. Zeron. Hey, everybody that just joined us on the stream here. I've got some merch I'm giving away here, some mugs and stickers, if that sounds good. Drop a comment, the number 1000 in the comments down below, and you'll be entered in the raffle at the end of the stream to win some merch. All right, we're just about to take London. This is so Jover. I have a Hoi 4 related question. Yeah, go ahead, shoot. What's your question? The fall of London. Can you play as Republic of South Ossetia or the Republic I don't know what those. I'll be honest with you. I'm sorry. I don't know what those republics are. I don't know if that's a mod. Is that? Apologies, but I've never heard of that. So you'll have to educate me. It doesn't sound familiar. And the United Kingdom has capitulated. Fantastic. Okay, so it's less good as I would have wanted because Italy attacked Greece. Greece joined the Allies, which then allowed them to join the war. I didn't want Italy in it because they always take a bunch at the peace conference, which is a real pain in the butt, but it is what it is. We will just do what we can here. So, all right, so let's go ahead and grab what we want. How we doing? We're doing all right there. Okay, we grabbed Poland. Yeah, Italy gets an oversized amount of points in the peace conference, frankly. It's pretty dumb. We need to grab Norway for that tasty, tasty tungsten. Okay, we do have some points left here. Let's go ahead and start to break up the empire. I want to grab the Suez here. Don't care about that. Oh, Georgian breakaway regions. Apologies, I did not know that. No, not currently. Now, there is Millennium Dawn mod that is available where I believe the game starts in the year 2000. So you might try that out and see if that's an option. There is an option as you play as the USSR to release quite a few different puppet states around you. It's actually an achievement. I think it's called the Russian Onion or something, and the Soviet Onion, that is, and where you can release a bunch of puppet states or breakaway states around you and just have puppet states around you. And I think you might have that option in Georgia, so you might check that out. I'm going to take all of Canada. And what else do I want? Going to go ahead and puppet some stuff here. God, there's so much to puppet. Where is whatever, I'll just click on the dang map if I can't find it. Okay, and actually, you know what? We're just going to go ahead and take... You know what? You can have Savoy. I don't care about that. You want South Africa, Italy? I don't care. If you want South Africa, that's fine. It's useless basically in this game. So, Not the most exciting, the peace conference mechanic, but it is necessary. We want to grab up everything we can here. Italy's using their more points than they deserve. They didn't do a damn thing in the war. Looks like, okay, they've grabbed Greece. That's fine. Ethiopia, South Africa. Uh-huh. All right, I want some navies. Grab both of those. Fine, I don't really care. Okay, good enough for government work. Do you like alt history? I do like alt history. It depends on the alt history. Not all alt history is good, of course. I like to read alt history more than I like to watch alt history. So, though, that being aside, I did really enjoy The Man in the High Castle on Amazon Prime when that was on. So, if you haven't had a chance to check that out, I'd recommend it. It's pretty good, I think. But yeah, like Harry Turtledove, the old Harry Turtledove alternate history is good. His more modern stuff is not. Yeah, there is a mod called the player-led peace conferences, but I like to do it as vanilla as possible. You know, it's like the mechanics that the devs built into the game. It almost feels like cheating if the player gets to take everything. So, we're going to go ahead and annex the German Protectorate of Denmark entirely, because if you don't do that, they will rise up and stab you in the back. All right. We're looking pretty good here, guys. It is truly a new world order. Now, Italy grabbed far more in the peace conference than they should have been allowed, but that's fine. We're going to sort out the Italian situation before the end of this run. So, probably not tonight, but that's okay. It will get sorted out. So, all right. So, what I am concerned about with the Japanese, and we did sign the tripartite pact, so. But they will almost always attack you, go to war with you once we beat the Soviets. So, and we do have quite a few holdings in the Pacific now that they're like got their eyes on. So, we'll have to be very much aware of that. Haven't done the right commissariats just for no reason at all. Just hadn't gotten around to it yet. If you do the right commissariats, I'm not entirely sure you can form the Greater German Reich if that's important to you. And we have 1.5 million in the available military, available men. So it's not been a huge issue at the moment. But, yeah. Right, commissariats are pretty good, though. Okay, we've got some more troops here. Okay, let's get you boys just kind of appear on the border. You could still form it with the Reichskommissariats. Interesting. Last couple of runs I had, it basically broke the game. That option was grayed out with the Reichskommissariats. I wasn't ever able to form the Greater German Reich despite having all the territory under my control. But yeah, I'm not against it. Once we get down to trade interdiction, we can go ahead and grab those Reichskommissariats. We do have a little time before we have to go in against the Soviet Union. I'm just building up the infrastructure a little bit here. And we're going to also upgrade our rail lines as well. Just something that moves a little bit more freight, a little more everything to the front line. Because, you know, everything's got to go through Berlin. And we just want to make sure that everything is looking a little bit better, because supply is going to be a huge issue, as you all know, once we get into the Soviet Union. Okay, so I've been meant to do this for some time, but let's go ahead and grab our Schnell division, and let's add military police on here as well. We do have a lot of territory that we're now occupying. A lot of these, we could potentially go to civilian oversight. May not be a bad idea. On the margins, just to save some manpower and some equipment. Finnish proposed the continuation war. Yep. Sounds good to me. Well, they still have, Soviet Union still hasn't taken Estonia. Interesting. Ah, not bad. But I do want a Soviet spy, though. Good enough. I'll probably be, thinking I will probably stream another, I don't know, 10, 15 more minutes tonight. And then put a cut in for this stream, and we'll pick it back up here shortly and continue world conquest with the German Reich. We do have to knock the Soviet Union down and sort out the situation in Asia. Japanese will probably come in after us. Not to mention there's America as well, so we got a lot to do still. All right. Our Navy got completely humbled, but that's fine. We did pick up some more. We got some bigger navies now. Let's see. Once the French Navy is repaired, I think we'll go ahead and we'll send them to Asia. What I also do want to do is probably get some more of these shore guards queued up. I hate to, but I want to send these guys to Asia as well, protect their ports. So I don't trust the Japanese AI to not attack us at like the worst possible time. Okay. All right. Let's form the Reichskommissariats. I usually don't build heavy tank, but yeah, we could try that. Doing pretty good on most things. Maybe I will grab the computing machine just to help with our research, especially late game research, if we're doing anything with nukes or anything, however unlikely. Okay. Repairing up nicely. Let's send these guys back to port. We don't need them. Just using fuel that we don't need to burn. Most annoying component of Hoi, the garrison troops, or rather the puppet troops that spawn. I know there are mods and things that you can get that deal with that, but here we are. War in South America. What are we lacking? Not lacking really anything. The Allies still a thing. Sometimes we forget to grab everything, and then they are still around. Then Churchill's just hanging out on an island somewhere, but that doesn't seem to be the case. It did cost me a lot of points, but I'm glad I grabbed the Suez from the Italians. Yeah, we need to start spying on the Soviets in like a big way. I only have one Soviet spy, which sucks. But yeah, we're gonna have to risk it for a biscuit and use our infiltrators to try to build up a network. It's already February of 41. And I don't really want to walk east of the Ural Mountains to capitulate the Soviet Union. Also, let's see how we're doing on stockpiles. We're great on artillery. Let's go ahead and update our templates a little bit here. 21 combat widths for infantry with artillery battalion here. That looks, I mean, that's pretty good. That's not bad. We could also throw in some logistics here. Well, we definitely need cavalry recon if we're going to have the artillery. Can we support to bring it up to 24 combat width? No, but it's close. That's a lot of artillery, though. I worry when we're moving through the Soviet Union, that's going to be hard to maintain those levels. Yeah, I think that's probably more doable. And let's come up to our... How are we doing actually on mechanized? 1.4K. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Can we upgrade our Panzer template here? Yeah. 1K available, 1.2 needed. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be a bridge too far, right? Yeah. Okay, not a problem. We'll start to slowly upgrade these guys and make them a little bit better here. We're also going to go ahead and add logistics company on here, reduce their supply needs. And we'll also look about how to maybe bring it up to like 32 combat width, maybe even 40. 40 width Panzer division would be amazing. I think we have enough Panzers at this point. It's just a matter of like trucks and mechanized. Yeah, that's always a good one to grab. I hate this crap. I hate this crap. Italy wants our help in the Italian, East Africa, and Saudi Arabia. So if we don't go in on Saudi Arabia with Italy, because that's a thing, then it just completely wrecks your stability. It's so dumb. How's Japan doing? Are they doing better? Not really. About as well as AI Japan always does. Da, da. All right, we formed the Reichskommissariats. Let's go ahead and let's march at 41 already. I wanted to do improved national spirit, but we need to work our way down to war before it gets too late in the year. So let's do the anti-Comintern pact. Technically, you're supposed to do that in like 36, but I don't know anyone that does that. All right, let's go ahead and Form some Reichs commissariats. Let's also donate some fighters to Bulgaria. We'll form Reichs commissariat Nederlanden and Belgium. There we go. Look at that. Why can't we form Norwegian? I thought you could form Reichskommissariat Norwegian, but apparently not anymore. Sweden seizes... Why? Why would you do that, Sweden? All right, well, we're going to seize your crap, too. Sure. All right, well, that's going to help a little bit with garrison duty. Well, anyone... we're not in a war. Nobody's going to help us out with garrison duty. That's fine. All right. We're getting a little low on manpower. Let's go ahead and just scale that back. What do we got? 16. Oh, I don't care about these units at all. Garrison troops. Okay. I'm still playing, Pato. Absolutely. Not for too much longer. Going to probably put a pin in this the next 10 minutes or so. What do we want to grab exactly? Let's grab the better engines and the better armor for our tanks. Dispersed industries done. Going all in on the tanks. When will I host a multiplayer game? Good question. I don't know. Sounds like a lot of people are interested in that. Let me put some thought into that. Yeah, we'll see about doing that here soon. I'll announce it on the community page. Or on the Discord. Well, probably both, actually. So, if we did a multiplayer game, who do you guys want to play? We want to do Axis versus Allies, or do we want to be on the same team? We have a ton of submarines, and did I ever finish my better submarine tech? No, because I'm an idiot. Plus, the war ended, so I guess it wasn't that big of a deal to get better submarines, but we should totally still do that. Do co-op. Yeah, we could do co-op. Okay, Italy, you've gotten Saudi Arabia. Are you happy? Are you happy? All right, let's go ahead and we're going to work our way down to right before Operation Barbarossa, and then I think we'll put a pin in today's live stream and pick it up at another time. And we do have a lot of planes to sort out. All right. Well, before we put a pin in this, I'm gonna go a little bit longer. I wanted to announce the winner of our raffle giveaway, Poto or Poto, however you pronounce that. Sir, you have won the raffle. So congratulations. You'll be getting some. You'll be getting a Greg the Gamer mug and a sticker. So congratulations, and thanks everybody for putting in and joining the raffle. I appreciate it. And again, this is a little celebratory stream for 1,000 subs. So again, thank you all so much for being a part of this community. It means the world to me. You've come along for this journey, and we're continuing to grow every day, guys. I don't know if you noticed, we've gained like 30 subs in like a day, so we're growing quickly. I think the average I had read was something like roughly 2 years or so to get to 1,000 subs was the working average on YouTube, and we did it in 7 months. So I think that's pretty darn good. All right, war with the Soviet Union. And I forgot to mention, Poto, just go ahead and message me either on the Discord, your shipping information, or contact me through my email on the Bane YouTube page with your shipping information, just that way I can get the merch to you. I think we're doing pretty good on synthetics. I say that, and then we're going to need everything. Infrastructure's looking pretty good. If you see silver rails, that's a good sign. Okay, well, it is 28 May of 41. We're just about to complete the focus war of the Soviet Union. We're starting to get our troops ready to go for that war. We have quite a few tank divisions and everything. I'm not too worried about that. I mean, I think I'm going to want to change the templates a little bit more, but plus with our air power, I think we'll probably just crush them, honestly. We're getting some collab governments going on the Soviet Union. And we'll be rolling in there probably like July or so of this year, July, August. And yeah, we'll knock down the Soviet Union, deal with Japan in the east here, and eventually we're going to have to challenge the big bad in boss, the United States. So anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed a little bit of German Reich economic simulator / combat game, Hearts of Iron 4 playthrough of the German Reich here. So if you have, considered liking the video, sharing it, and again, if you're new here, consider subbing to the channel. I put out regular Hearts of Iron 4 content all the time, so I'd love for you guys to come along for the journey. And anyways, I'll be back with you really soon. We'll continue this playthrough whenever it makes sense. I don't know, maybe in a week or so. But and in the meantime, you guys have an awesome evening. Have a great weekend, what's left of it here. And take care, and I will talk with you soon. Later, guys.